Good afternoon, everybody. Today is August 12, 2020. Today our lecture is part of Purification with Sudi Mega Sila Nidisa about Bhakti, part 15. So before starting the lecture, we pay respect to the Buddha, saying Namo Tassa in 3 times, please. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Thank you very much for your watching. Today our lecture is we continue about the second fivefold group of the Bhakti, kind of Bhakti, the Vipassanā Sila. Vipassanā Sila is abandoning Bhakti and Viradhi Sila. Second one is the what is second one is Viramani Sila. Viramani Sila. Viramani Sila is abstaining Bhakti, and Chisana Sila, volition or motivation Bhakti, and Samvara Sila. Samvara Sila is another one. The last one is Avittikama Sila. So the second fivefold groups of the Bhakti we explained last week as well. So today we continue. It's not finished yet. So to continue about these kind of virtue, but these are not directly the meaning of the Bhakti, because they are not Bhakti. The indirectly we say about that kind of the Bhakti. So we need to understand this is not directly speech. This is indirect speech of the Bhakti. Okay. So today we continue. The one is the Nibbida Nupassanā. In Pali is Nibbida Nupassanā. Nibbida plus Nupassanā. We combine these two words, Nibbida plus Nupassanā. So Nicca Nupassana, last week we talking about the Nicca Nupassana, impermanence, contemplating of the impermanence nature. So Nupassana here like this. Nupassana is again and again we try to watch the nature of that Nama and Rupa, body and mind. So Nibbida is a kind of the Nibbida is a kind of the not exactly meaning of the Pali. Nibbida is here translate in English. Nibbida Nupassana is a contemplating of the dispassion. Huh? Dispassion. Nibbida, Pali Nibbida is not this kind, not exactly meaning. Hmm? In English translation, dispassion is kind of the disappointed, huh? Disappointed, or kind of yeah. Nibbida is no interesting in that, and no, no motivation. So Nibbida is not equal meaning of the English words. Nibbida Pali is very deeply meaning. Last week I explained about the Nicca, Dukkha, Nupassana, Nicca, Nupassana, in the contemplating of the impermanence nature, contemplating of the suffering nature. So, whatever we look at process of body and mind, so finally we see all of them has same things. Like I give the example, when you go shopping to the shopping mall, and then you look for very beautiful design of the dress. So dress, when you found a dress, very beautiful dress, first you look around the color, or the color is very beautiful, and then design is also very good design. So you are very interested in that, and very you would like to buy that kind of dress. But before after make a decision to buy it, but before cash given the cash, you uh, thoroughly investigate that dress. So you found that dress has a very little hole, 3 holes in the dress. So at the time when you found these 3 holes, you don't want to take it because of the 3 holes. Like this, yeah. When we watch the process of body and mind, nama and rupa, in our life, every single living being composed of the 5 aggregates. These 5 aggregates, just only body and mind we call. Is if you look at these 5 aggregate with the inside wisdom, finally you found 3 holes. Like the 3 holes. 3 hole means like nature, impermanence, nature, and then dukkha, suffering nature, and then anatta, no soul nature. So these 3 natures, 3 characteristics, universal characteristic of the all natural, things. Yeah. So when you found these 3 things, you have no interest in them, 5 aggregate or whatever, very good lie or whatever, any kind of light, any kind of the situation totally depend on the maintenance, and totally depend on the condition. So that situation is not very good. No, not interested things, not very interesting things. So that kind of situation happen in your mind. So we call nibbida in Pali. Yeah, we call nibbida in Pali. We don't have nothing. We have nothing to do with the body and mind, because the body and mind all the time they are walking their own nature, own characteristic, not our own um, you know desire, not our own creation, or not our own so that things, that situation we call nibbida. So nibbida very difficult to translate in English. I don't know the exactly the same meaning of the Pali word nibbida in English. But dispassion is kind of things. Dispassion is kind of passion is we call the under defilement we call passion. So dispassion is the opposite of the passion. Yeah, but not exactly meaning of the nibbida. So nibbida in Pali was nibbida is more deep meaning. Yeah, more deep meaning. Yeah. So very good example. If you found these 3 holes on the very beautiful dress before you didn't see these 3 holes, you are very much interested in it and to buy it. But after found these 3 holes, you doesn't want. It doesn't want any kind of, even though you can take, is it totally free? You don't want to take it, isn't it? Because of it's nothing to do, nothing to do with these dress because of 3 holes. Yeah, like this. Nibbida Vipassanā is like this. When you practice meditation, your level, the inside wisdom is changing all the time. It's depend on how you try again and again inside meditation. So yeah, certain level the inside wisdom, Vipassanā Jnana, we call in Pali, Vipassanā Jnana. So Nibbida Vipassanā is Jnana is a Nibbida Jnana, we call kind of the inside wisdom. So at the level inside wisdom, we don't want to fight agree. We don't want anything because all the time, every single moment, if you watch the process of body and mind, the process of body and mind just upara and binga. Upara and binga in Pali, rising and disappear, rising and disappear, rising and disappear. Any just moment, single moment is just only arising and passing away, arising and passing. We cannot hold it. We cannot stop it. Yeah, we cannot, manage it. We cannot order it stop or go away. We cannot make an order like for them. Yeah. So that kind of situation, you understanding, why aggregate, nothing to do because they are running on their own way, not our way. We wish in different way, but they are running in a different way, totally opposite. Totally opposite. So that's why first we think Everything's Nicha, everything's Sukha, the opposite, in the opposite. But in Nibbidanyana and the Vipassana inside Western, level inside Western, we, starting to understand in reality, nothing to do with these five aggregate. The aggregate of the material, the aggregate of the feeling, the aggregate of the perception, the aggregate of the mental formation, and then that aggregate of the consciousness. Any kind of aggregate, they are all the time they behave in their own way, not our way. So that kind of understanding, we call Nibbidanyana, Nibbidanyana in Pali. So Nibbidhanupassanaya is that kind of wisdom. Again and again, we investigate these five aggregate what we have. Yeah. At every single moment, just only we have is these five aggregate only. No more. No more than. But these five aggregate has nothing to do for us. Yeah. Because all the time they are appearing and then disappearing, and then they are totally dependent on the require many conditions. Yeah. Even though to see something, we have many conditions, at least 4 conditions. We need, the condition of eye should be good. But we need condition, another condition is a visible object. Yeah. And we need the light. Without light, in the dark, we didn't see anything. And then we need attention as well. So at least these conditions totally depend on to see something. Without these conditions, even though we wish to see, but we cannot because of the lack of the condition. So that's why we call nibbida. So nibbida is a very deep meaning in the Pali, meaning of the Pali words. That kind of Pali words, like a dukkha, like a dukkha. Yeah, dukkha English translation suffering, but suffering is no exact meaning of the dukkha. Dukkha, Pali dukkha is more deep meaning in the same way. And nibbida also translate dispassion. Yeah, dispassion one of them. Situation, but nibbida is more wide and deep meaning. So anyway, so when you practice meditation and you got the certain level, the inside wisdom, kind of the nibbidanyana. So at the stage, if you reach, you can easily abandon the Nandiya. Nandiya, yeah, Pali one Nandiya. Nandi is a kind of the different names of the Loba. Loba and Nandi is saying attachment or craving. Yeah, so Buddha used many different names of the Loba, attachment, Loba, Nandi, Raga, Dana. Yeah, Raga is kind of the state. Stain, stain is a kind of the impurity, a very, very white, white handkerchief, some stain, destroying the beauty of the handkerchief, isn't it? Like this. So kind of stain we call raga. Raga is a kind of the stain. And then raga tana. Tana is another name of the lover, the attachment. It's Dana is a kind of the see, thirsty, thirsty. Like if you drink seawater, after one cup, after drink of the seawater, you have to again and again more and more thirsty. It's more and more, isn't it? Like this. So raga, lover attachment is like this. All the time increase. If you get something, you want more, another one, you want more, another. So that's why nowadays, even though your phone need to update, because we want more, more good, fashion, usable thing. Yeah. So that's why the Buddha used many different words for the loba, raga, dana. Also, another name is Nandi. Yeah. Nandi is delighting. Yeah. Delighting, like. Yeah, kind of the like Nandi. Yeah. So that's why in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, Nandi Tadra Binandini. Yeah, Nandi. Yeah. Tadra means any kind of becoming, any kind of life. Yeah, Tadra. Tadra Binandini. Abi means strongly. B means very strongly. Nandi is like or delight. Yeah. So that's kind of strong, very strong attachment or craving. Yeah. We call. In Bodhisattva we call dana. Isn't it? Yeah, dana. Vena Pachaya dana. Dana, yeah. But Nandi dana same. So we can easily burden the kind of the attachment, the Nandi, delight, yeah, by the power Nibbida Jnana. Nibbida Jnana. Dispassion wisdom and the inside wisdom. Yeah. So that's that kind of the inside wisdom is not really Bhakti, not really Bhakti Sila, but that kind of inside wisdom abandon the attachment, lobha, nandi. So the meaning of the sila, one kind of meaning of sila is abandoning pahana sila. Yeah, that's why we say pahana sila, abandoning bhakti. Yeah, so, and then the other 4 different kind as well. Vedamani sila, and Chitana sila, and Virati sila, and Avitikama sila as well. We have to understand the other 4 different things, 4 different meaning of the Vakya in the second 5-4 group. Okay, so Nandi Nibbida Nupassanā Jnana Nupassanāya Nibbida Nupassanāya And okay. So Nibbida Nupassana is a wisdom, inside wisdom, kind of the one kind of the inside wisdom. Inside wisdom is many different level. You have to understand. So we already study. The one is chapter 9 in the Abhidhamma. So I would like to refer to that one. So if you would like to or more detailed understanding, you should, look at our video on the YouTube in chapter 9 in the Abhidhamma, about the Kammatthana, about the technique of the meditation. So, okay, so we go to the next one. Is Viraga Nupassana Jnana Nupassanaya. Viraga Nupassanaya. Yeah, raga is attachment, isn't it? Raga is attachment. We means without, yeah. We means without, yeah. So viraga is without raga, yeah. So nupassana is again and again we watch. Yeah. So viraga nupassana is kind of the nupassana, yeah. Kind of the nupassana is yeah. So attachment is attachment is a very fundamental driving force of the life. Yeah. In the Paticcasamuppada, the Buddha explained. In the Paticcasamuppada, the Buddha gave the example as we. If your car has a we, the we is the ring, outer ring, and inner heart. Inner is heart. Inner ring is heart. We call heart. Outer ring is kind of the frame of the we. Yeah. So attach the tire. Tire is attached on the. So the Buddha explained the we of the cycle of life is like this, because the heart in the center there's heart. So without heart, the wheels cannot working, kind of rolling on the road. Heart is a very important. Without heart, we cannot rotate on the road. So heart is a heart meaning is a shaft. Put in the shaft of the car. So the chassis, the frame of your car is stand on the the rock, and then in the center there's a heart means there's hole and shaft inside of the heart, and there's a shaft. So running on the wheel, rolling on the road, because of there's heart and shaft, the wheel rotate like this. So the heart is very important to rotate. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row on the road to go to the destination where you want to reach. Like this, every single living being, their life after one after another, rolling on and on, one after another life. This life and this life, after this life, and the next life. No, because because of the heart. Like this, avijja and tanha in our body and mind, especially in mind. Avijja and tanha, avijja is a delusion, covering, no seeing the reality, covering, everything covered. We cannot see the reality because of the avijja. Moha, we call in Pali, is delusion. And tanha, delight, or raga, attachment, or craving. So the delusion and attachment, craving, working together. There's a delusion, there's craving, there's attachment. There's attachment, there's a delusion. They are working together. So these two dharma, like how to one cycle of life, one after another, in a long, endless rebirth. Samsara, we call samsara in Pali, endless rebirth. Reborn again and again because of these two things, delusion and attachment, avijja and tanha. So here viraga nupassanaya, viraga is without attachment. So that what that means is without attachment, meaning without delusion also. Without delusion, without attachment. That kind of Vipassanā jnana inside wisdom, very important to remove the attachment. Not easy. Attachment, to remove the attachment is not easy. Even though some kind of stain in your clothes, not easy to watch, to watch. Because attachment is only mental, not material. We cannot see it. We cannot see it. We cannot touch it. Any kind of instrument, you can see it. Microscope, you cannot see it. Even though coronavirus, you can see with the very powerful microscope. Under the microscope, very small material, you can see it. But raga, attachment, you cannot see under the microscope. Just only, Vipassanā jnana, inside wisdom. Under the inside wisdom, you can see it. So the viraga nupassanā jnana is kind of the inside wisdom. Kind of the inside wisdom. Viraga nupassanā. Because of fundamental, every living being, they have a problem, or they have a trouble, they have some kind of suffering, or many things in the world. Right now, we have a lot of things, a lot of problems. Right now it's a pandemic, kind of the disease. It's a very contagious disease. That kind of things. Very, very harmful and very dangerous. More dangerous thing is attachment. So that's when 2006 years ago, the Buddha pointed out. Buddha pointed out, if you don't like to reborn again, you have to remove the attachment. If you want to remove the attachment, you need to remove also the delusion, avijja also. Because avijja cover not to see the three characteristics, universal characteristics, nature, impermanent, dukkha, suffering, and anatta, no self. That's why we think, oh, it's good, it is okay, but actually not. Actually not. Like I gave you example, 3 holes with the very very beautiful design dressed, but with the 3 holes, nothing to do. Like this, in our life, like this, yeah. So the more you practice Einstein meditation and you try to watch every single moment, there's only 5 aggregate of material, aggregate of feeling, aggregate of the perception, aggregate of the matter formation, aggregate of the consciousness, all of them, rising and disappearing, rising and disappearing. So the more you see these nature, we can remove the attachment because nothing to do with that. Huh? Nothing to do with that. We understand. Yeah. So that kind of situation we call viraga. Yeah. Viraga means no attachment. Even though the feeling. Yeah, when you practice meditation, very beginner, yeah, the feeling in the feelings are in different kind. For example, the painful feeling. If you have a painful feeling for the beginner, you think, oh, I'm suffer, I experience of the painful feeling or something like this, and then you don't like it, and you want to try to remove, you don't want to accept it. So mental, kind of the mental unpleasant feeling arising, isn't it? Yeah, dominance. We call it dominance. So painful feeling is working with the, anger. Yeah, anger means we don't like that kind of situation or that kind of the feeling. Yeah, that kind of experience, isn't it? Yeah. So we didn't see at that time. We didn't see. Oh, I don't have the attachment to that, but actually there's attachment because you don't like it. That's meaning is you like something. You like something in different situation. So that's why you want to remove this situation or the painful feeling, isn't it? But for the beginner, don't understand. Don't understand. The painful, even though painful feeling, we think painful feeling is I have no attachment to painful feeling. But there's attachment. Very interesting. Yeah, for beginner, we don't know. We don't know it. We don't know it. Yeah. And then we practice inside meditation again and again, and the painful feeling is kind of the object, kind of the meditation object. Yeah. So we watch the kind of experience again and again with the Vipassanā jnana inside wisdom. So more and more your concentration power and mindfulness power, the wisdom, you more and more you have, you can easily overcome these experience of the painful feeling, isn't it? Because you will begin to understand the nature of the painful feeling is just only arising and disappearing, rising and disappearing, just kind of that. So when you see that kind of the, you know, that kind of nature, impermanent nature, so you can easily remove the attachment in that experience, isn't it? So that situation we call viraga. Yeah, viraga is like kind of that example in the Vipassanā. Vipassanā is a kind of contemplating and the feeling, isn't it? So one kind of the Satipatthana Sutta, one kind of the object of the meditation. With Vipassanā, with feeling. And also the other the different aggregate also same. So anyway, we are Vipassanā. So watch every single moment with this kind of inside wisdom. You can easily abandon pahana, ragasa, pahana, sila. Ragasa, raga is attachment, lobha. Yeah. So at the time, no attachment to that any situation, any kind of aggregate, rupa or vedana or sanya or sankhara or vijnana, whatever. So that kind of inside wisdom is very important to upgrade your understanding level during the practice of meditation, isn't it? Yeah. So anyway, so easily understanding here, Vipassanā is a kind of the wisdom, inside wisdom. Inside wisdom is a wisdom, not sila, not bhakti, but that inside wisdom, abandon the raga, lobha attachment. That's why the wisdom we call kind of sila, bahana sila, kind of the bahana sila. Okay. Okay, so we go to the next one. Next one is Nirodha Vipassanā. So this is another kind of inside wisdom. Yeah. Inside wisdom is Vipassanā is again and again watching. Yeah. Nirodha is cessation or disappearing. Yeah. Nirodha is disappearing or cessation. In English translation, cessation. Yeah. So Nirodha Vipassanā. Nirodha Vipassanā is a kind of the inside wisdom. Yeah, for the beginner one, we watch every object, meditation object, we see the rising and disappearing. Yeah, Udayabhaya. We call in Pali Udayabhaya. Udaya is arising. Bhaya is a way of changing from way. Bhaya. Udayabhaya. Udaya is rising and Bhaya is disappearing. So first we see every single object is only arising and disappearing. But the more and more you focus on that, you are understanding a little bit changing. Level of wisdom change because these nature, these natural things, very fast, very fast. Because just wink of the eye, billion consciousness and billion of the material disappear. Very, very fast, isn't it? So that's why if you have more and more, powerful insight wisdom, you see disappearing, not arising. Only disappearing you see at the time. This is we call in Pali Nirodha. Yeah. Nirodha. Yeah, because you are synchronized. Your level of wisdom and the object is just only 5 aggregates in it. So the object, the situation, the nature of the object is just very fast, and your wisdom also synchronized, and so at that time, same moment. So the disappearing moment together. So you see only disappearing or disappearing. Just you watch disappear. Just you watch disappear. Just you watch disappear. So every single moment you watch, every object just disappearing. You see just disappearing. Yeah. So that kind of scene is Nirodha Vipassanā. Yeah. That kind of wisdom is, and seeing by disappearing. So we call Nirodha Vipassanā. Yeah. Nirodha Vipassanā is another kind of the insight wisdom. Very important. Yeah, very, very important. The more you see the disappearing, the more you clear understanding the impermanent nature, isn't it? Yeah. So by that kind of insight wisdom, easily abandon samudayasa. Samudaya. Samudaya is samudaya. Samudaya is a kind of second noble truth. What the Buddha said, dukkha, satya, first noble truth. Second noble truth is samudaya, satya, samudaya. Samudaya is another name of the lobha. Yeah, lobha, attachment. Yeah. So in Four Noble Truth, the Buddha two pair. Four Noble Truth, you made two pair. One pair is dukkha, satya, the noble truth of suffering, and the noble truth of the cause of suffering. Second one is cause of suffering means samudaya. Yeah, samudaya. Samudaya is sam udaya. Sam means together. Udaya is appearing. Yeah, udaya is appearing. So samudaya, so make because of the suffering, because of the cause, the cause is lobha, attachment. Yeah, the Buddha said like this. So the cause and effect. Cause is samudaya, lobha, attachment, and the effect is suffering. Suffering means a life of the something we becoming some situation. Becoming some situation is kind of the moment of life, isn't it? So the Buddha explained the cause and effect like this. You have attachment, so you try to do something because you like it. If you don't like it because of the attachment, if you don't like it something, you want to remove them and you want to get another one. Even though dislike or anger is because of the attachment. Yeah. Like and dislike, you know, like is attachment, dislike is anger. Yeah. So like and dislike boundary is very thin boundary. Yeah. Not too much different. Like and dislike. Behind the dislike, we want something. Yeah. Some situation, if you get, I don't like it. So that meaning is you behind of the dislike, you have something, you attach something, you want something, isn't it? That's why the Buddha only point out only cause is only one cause is attachment, not anger. Yeah. Not anger. Not anger means in Pali is not dosa. We have three root, isn't it? Loba, dosa, moha, three root. But among of them three root, the Buddha in the second noble truth, the Buddha mentioned only samudaya is a loba attachment. Only one. Why? The Buddha didn't mention another two, anger, dosa, and delusion, moha. Why? Because attachment, delusion together, moha together all the time. Because moha is like a darkness, cover something. In the darkness, you don't know what it is. Yeah. But you think, oh, this is something. You take it like this. Like this, the covering something by delusion. So that's why you attach it, and then you try to do something. Yeah, kind of karma action you make action because of these action give the result in the future. That's why we reborn again and again in the future. Yeah, again and again. So that cycle is all the time. So that's why here if you see the disappearing, easily you can remove the attachment. Smoother. But if you didn't see the disappearing, the disappearance, the nature of disappearance, you cannot remove the attachment. So that's very important to understand. That's why when we practice meditation, the Buddha explained many different levels of the insight wisdom. Not only one stage, many steps we have to practice insight meditation. Yeah. So Niyoda Vipassanā is another kind of the level of wisdom, insight wisdom. And that kind of wisdom easily have a power to abandon the attachment, lobha. Okay? And so here, Nandi, Raga, Samudaya, all are lobha. Because lobha is very fundamental things for the all living being to reborn again and again. Yeah, without unless. Yeah. And then the next one. The next one is Pati Nesaka. Yeah, isn't it? Pati Nesaka. Pati means again. Nisaga is free. Free. Nisaga is free. Pati Nisaga Nupasnaya is this is for noble person, not ordinary person, not Putujana, ordinary person. This is for noble person. Noble person, Pati Nisaga is already the free from. For example, Sotabana, first noble person. Sotabana is free from view and doubt, isn't it? So after becoming the Sotabana, that noble person want to can plasma body fruition, the attainment of the fruition. Plasma body we call in body. Pla is the fruition. Samapati is the attainment. The attainment of fruition, because normal mind take many objects. Visible objects, sound, smell, taste, tangible object, and thinking all the time. So the noble person, they don't want at the time. They only just their minds only fruition consciousness, flachitta. They want because just only flachitta for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, mind calm down and stable. Yeah. No agitation. Yeah. So they want that situation. Yeah. That's why they are trying to make attainment of the fruition, plasma pati. So during the plasma pati, pati nisaka nupassana jnana, that kind of wisdom we call pati nisaka nupassana. Pati means again, nisaka is a free again from the normal life, normal life agitation. Yeah, agitation is a kind of the amusement. Amusement. The children they want to go to the amusement because they enjoy many interesting, enjoyable things in there, isn't it? Yeah, like this. So noble person free. The first noble person, Sotabana, is totally free from wrong view and doubt. But they cannot all the time free from the agitation outside, from the outside world. Outside world, there's many agitation. Agitation meaning visible object, sound, smell, taste, tangible object, touching, and then thinking. Yeah. So they want to free from again from that situation. So we call pati nisaga is like this. Pati means again. Nisaga is freedom. Nisaga is a freedom. So freedom again, they already free from wrong view and doubt, but they are trying to gain the attainment of the fruition, their mind more calm down without the agitation of the outside world. That's why they make like this. So Patinisaka Nupassana Jnana is for the noble person, not Putujana. For the noble person, so Adhanasa. Adhana is a take. Adhanasa. Adhana take is the meaning is Yeah, without without inside meditation, you know, Nicha Nupasana, Nicha Sanya. Nicha Sanya is the possession or the permanence. Yeah. Hmm? Isn't it? So the many person they ask a question. What about the mind or the noble person area? Their mind is, for example, first Sotabana, first noble person. They are they are free from the wrongview and attachment, but their life is same like a Putujana. They have a children, they have a family, they have a business, and they sometimes they are angry, and then sometimes they have some kind of attachment, and the Visakha, you see, you know the Visakha, very famous lady, very famous and devoted, strongly supporting to the Buddha. She donate the temple for the Buddha in the Saudi, in India. So that lady, one day that lady has many grandchildren. Grandchildren, she has many grandchildren. So one of them passed away. One day, one of them passed away. So she, cried. She cried because she loved that grandchild very much. That's why she cried a lot. Yeah. So Sotapanna is not many different from in the daily life. I mean, in the daily life, the Putuchana, ordinary person and noble person, in daily life is not same. Huh? Daily life is this, I mean, same. Not too much different, but only they are free from the wrong view and doubt, isn't it? Yeah. But wrong view and doubt, totally wrong view and doubt is a no disturbance of the wrong view and doubt, but this partially free from, you know, raga, attachment. Not totally. Not totally. Totally free from the attachment. Attachment, some kind of attachment. Yeah, no, some kind of attachment, but many they have. So that's why their mind is not too much different from the ordinary person in our daily life. So ordinary mind, kind of the Nicha Sanya, possession or the permanent influence. Yeah. So Adhanasa is take it the possession of the permanent. Nicha Sanya. Nicha Sanya. Yeah. So that's when they are, they are going to attain the Pati Nisaka Vipassanā Jnana, yeah, with the attainment of the fruition. So just only during the time, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, or something like that, they are totally free from attachment at the time. Yeah. But the other time, they have some kind of, they are free from some kind of attachment, but they have many other different kind of attachment they have. They're not free. Totally not. Not totally free from the attachment. They are just partially free from attachment in their daily life. In their daily life. But if they want totally free from the attachment, they go in again in the attainment of the fruition, plasmapati. So plasmapati is just 1 hour time. Time is limited. 1 hour or 2 hour or 3 hour or up to 7 days for human being, isn't it? Not beyond the 7 days. It's not possible to make like this. So that means just limited time. They are totally free from the attachment. So that's why here adhana is take it. Take it means Nicha Vipassanā, Nicha Sanya. Nicha Sanya is permanent, possession permanent. Yeah. So here the Pati Nisarga Nupassana Jnana is more higher than the ordinary person. Yeah. Only for the noble person. So noble person, they free from the partially attachment, but they want to free from all totally freedom. If they want, they go to attainment of the fruition, plasmapati in Pali. So at that time, their wisdom we call Pati Nisarga Vipassanā. Their wisdom is at that time Pati Nisarga Vipassanā. Pati means again, Vipassanā, Nisarga is freedom. Again, freedom means totally free. Yeah. Because of mega jnana, mega chitta is just moment, never ever happen for them. Yeah, just moment and disappear, never ever arising again. But pala fruition consciousness is possible to make again and again in their life if they want. Yeah. Not all the time. It's not possible all the time. Yeah. Just the limit of the time. During the limit of time, if they want, they can do. Yeah, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, up to 7 days for the human being, for the deity. But for the Brahma is more chance they have. Brahma is not depend on the food. So that's why for the Brahma, they can do whatever they want. No need time limit. But even though no need time limit, up now 7 days or something like that, but it's not possible all the time. Plasma, but yeah, just during their life, they have the in their daily life, the normal consciousness, isn't it? Seeing, hearing, because they have a eye and an ear, so visual object come to the eye, they see, and then the sound come to ear, they hear, like this. You understand? Yeah. So that's why. Pati means kind of the meaning there in the Pali. Pati means again means just kind of the time limit or limit, just kind of limited. Again means so Pati English translation again, but Pati in Pali means more detail. Okay, so adhana is a take it. Take it means the nature sanya, sukha sanya, atta sanya, subha sanya. So 4 kind of perception in our mind. 4 kind of perception. Nature sanya, perception of the permanent. Nature sanya and sukha sanya, the perception of the pleasure. Sukha sanya. And atta sanya, the possession of the soul, and subha sanya, the possession of the beauty. Yeah. So Arana, I take it from for these kind of possession. So the Padinisaga Nupasana Jnana Adhanasa Pahana abandon. That kind of wisdom easily abandon the kind of taking adhana. But English translation here is grabbing. Adhana is grabbing. Yeah. The English translation. But grabbing. Grabbing is not exact meaning adhana. Directly translation adhana, take it. So take it means grabbing. Yeah. But Pali adhana taking is what kind of thing? we had the question, isn't it? Yeah. That's why adhana means four kind of taking, 4 kind of grabbing. Grabbing, possession, permanent. Nature. Take nature. Everything nature, permanent. Take it. Grabbing like this. Yeah. So you should understand. Grabbing means many different. Grabbing permanent, grabbing nature sanya, sukha sanya, pleasure. Grabbing pleasure. Everybody, in our daily life, everybody like pleasure, isn't it? That's why we do many things. We do business, we do some extra, many things in our daily life because we want pleasure, isn't it? Sukha. Yeah. So grabbing kind of thing. Yeah. So grabbing here, in the case of grabbing, English translation is not deeply, not detailed. Yeah, not detailed. In Pali, more detailed. Pali, we should understand like this. Okay, anyway, so these 4 kind of the jnana through the contemplation of dispassion, the nibbida nupassanaya, nandiya case of the possession of the delighting is nandi. Yeah. And viraga nupassanaya through the contemplation or the fading away in the case of greed, ragasa, in the case of greed. And nirodha nupassanaya through the contemplation or the cessation in the case of origination. In the case of origination, samudaya is origination is origin. Origin of our life is just only 2 things, which are dana. Yeah, that's one. So here dana, ragasa. That's why I'm translating English like this. In Pali is more meaning. Yeah. So through the contemplation of cessation in the case of origination and Padinesaka Nupassana Jnanaya through the contemplation of relinquishment. English re is again. Yeah. Relinquishment is understanding something, freedom again. Yeah, in the case of grabbing, adhanasa. In the case of grabbing, okay, adhanasa. Okay, so we understand these are only wisdom. Vipassana is only wisdom, isn't it? But wisdom, not vacuum. But wisdom abandon some kind of the, lower attachment. That's why we call Bahana Sila indirectly. Indirect way, not the right way. Okay, so we go to the next group. Next group is we call in Pali Kaya Nupassanaya. Kaya, you know Kaya? Kaya is a here translation destruction. English translation destruction. I think it's not. Kaya means something. There's nothing. We call. I don't have nothing. I have nothing. So that means kaya. That's why all Arahant they declare kina jadi. Kina and kaya is same. Kina jadi is I have no more rebirth. Kina jadi. Jadi is a rebirth. Jadi is a rebirth. Kina is a kina kaya is same in Pali. The same meaning. But here is a distraction. Is yeah, kind of the disappearing. Kaya is here, kind of the disappearing. Yeah. So Kaya Nupassana is another kind of wisdom. Yeah. Udyabhaya Jnana in the inside wisdom, Udyabhaya Jnana. Udaya and Bhaya. Udaya is the appearing, Bhaya and disappearing. So Kaya is disappearing, kind of way. Kaya Vaya, we use in Pali, Kaya Vaya. Yeah, Kaya Vaya is a disappearing. So, Kaya Nupassanaya is a kind of the understanding and disappearing. Yeah. Contemplating of the disappearing of the by aggregate. So at that time, you can easily abandon what? Kana sanyaya here. Kana is English translation here. Kana is a compactness. Compactness. Sanya is a possession, isn't it? Sanya is a possession. So possession or compactness. English translation like this all the time. But kana, Pali kana is more deep meaning. You remember there's a full kind of kana, full kind of compactness. Kana is kind of the rigid things. Kana is we use in English in the Pali. Kana is a kind of the combination. Kana, yeah. So there are four kind of kana. In Pali, according to Pali, four kind of kana is Santati Gana, number 1, Santati Gana. Number 2, Samuha Gana. Number 3, Kicha Gana. Number 4, Aramana Gana. 4 kind. Yeah. So Santati Gana means very difficult one to discard. But if you practice meditation, you can easily understand it. Before practice meditation, we think our mind. I already talked about that kind previous lecture, like last week. And last week, when I'm thinking. My mind is saying in childhood, in right now, saying or no. All the time thinking before practice meditation. But when we practice meditation, we see it's not. Because just process. When we see the process, santati, we call santati. Yeah. So that's why English proverb, they use nobody passed the river twice. They say like this. Nobody passed the river twice because river all the time flowing constantly. Like this. When we watch 5 aggregate, whatever, rupa or vedana or sanya or sankhara or vijnana, whatever, any kind of 5 aggregate, they are just flowing, just process. But before seeing the process of them, we think all the time saying everything same. But actually no, isn't it? Actually everything's changing all the time, changing. Just that we call just process, isn't it? So santati gana is it. Yeah, if we don't have an inside wisdom, because of without practice meditation, we think everything is compactness. Everything's just saying. I mean, just saying meaning is that everything is permanent. We think like this. Yesterday, my mind, and today, my mind, same. Last year, my mind, and this year, my mind, same. Last week and this week, consciousness, my consciousness, same, isn't it? We think like this before practice meditation, but after practice meditation, when we see the process of the consciousness, process of consciousness totally depend on many conditions. Different kind of object, different condition. Mind just rising and passing away, rising and passing away. That kind of process. When we see during the practice of meditation, so that kind of gana, we can abandon that kind of gana, samuha gana. Sorry, santati. Santati. Santa, santati. Santati. You know santati? Yeah, process. So santati gana is a process, just process. Just process. Our teacher, the Majicharo, he make a example. The lion or the ant, they are going somewhere. A line or very long line or the ant. When we look at very far away, you think that's just some kind of rope. But if you look at very closely, all ant is connect each are each connect. But if you look at very far away, oh, this kind of row or something like this. So like this, Vipassanā Jnana is Ghana, the Sandati Ghana is, but look at the inside wisdom, no Sandati Ghana. Yeah, no compactness, that kind of compactness, despair or abandon. So very, very important. The Ghana is we have some kind of the illusion of the mind, isn't it? Kind of illusion. Yeah, Ghana is some kind of illusion of the mind. Yeah. But if you have a wisdom, inside wisdom, you can easily abandon them. So Sandati Ghana and Samuha Ghana. Next another Ghana, another companion is Samuha. Samuha, isn't it? Samuha Ghana is before practice meditation, seeing, hearing, but whatever. When I get the information, when I get the object, any kind of object, we think that is kind of things. Samuha is every dharma. They have their own characteristic, isn't it? Own characteristic means the feeling. Before practice meditation, we think, want to see something, want to hear something. I have feeling. I have feeling, but I think before practice meditation, feeling is mine. Feeling and mind is, I cannot distinguish. I cannot. Mind is feeling is mind, I think. Same. Mind and feeling is same, I think. Yeah. Before practice meditation. But, after practice meditation, the nature, the characteristic of mind is just to know something. No feeling, no experience. Just to know. But the Vedana feeling is another one, not mind, not consciousness. Feeling is not consciousness. Feeling, trying to experience the object. So after practice meditation, understand like this. So it's we can abandon the samuha Ghana. Samuha is a kind of the combination. Yeah, we think combination means together means thing, same thing. I mean the consciousness is a feeling is also consciousness saying, I think, before practice meditation. That this is kind of the samuha Ghana. Yes, samuha. Yeah, samuha is a combination. Yeah, but when you practice meditation and you have some level of the inside wisdom, you see, feeling has a different characteristic, experience the object, but consciousness has a different characteristic, is to know the object, just to know the object. So totally different. When you see at the time, you can easily remove the combination of that. Ghana, samuha Ghana, we call compactness in English translation. So samuha Ghana, very important, samuha Ghana. And next compactness is kicca Ghana. Kicha. Kicha is a function, isn't it? Yeah. So, yeah, for example, if a person who doesn't know the walking or the machine in the car, he he just he just running car running just running is running. He doesn't know which path is walking in different fashion. He doesn't know, isn't it? But a person, for example, a mechanic, so mechanic understand the car is walking in the car. There are many different path has some many different function. He understand, isn't it? Mechanic understand. So like this, before practice meditation, our body and mind, running according to their function, with their own function, running with their own function. But we don't know. We don't know. So that when the fire aggregate, for example, the aggregate of material, when we hear the sound, aggregate of material is the ear. Ear, accept the sound, and then we hear. Ear consciousness arises at the time. So the ear has a function, its own function, and ear consciousness also has own function, different function, different function, not the same. So understanding in detail more and more, in different function, they are working in the different with the different function. So we understand like this. Kichakana is. We call Kichakana as a functions, a component function of the component Kichakana. When we understanding every single the Dharma has their own function. So if we understand at the time, we can easily abandon the kind of component. Kichakana. Yeah. Even though the consciousness, how many function? Consciousness. Our consciousness has different function. Just consciousness, isn't it? But eye consciousness, ear consciousness, different function. Not same. The eye consciousness function is to see. Ear consciousness function is to hear. Sawana, Kicha, we call it in the Abhidhamma. We already learned in the Abhidhamma, I think the third chapter. In the third chapter. Yeah. In the third chapter is explained about the root, hetu, vedana, feeling, root, hetu, and Kicha, function, isn't it? Yeah. So in the third chapter, we already explained the eye consciousness, chakku vinyana function, Kicha is dasana. Dasana Kicha. Dasana Kicha means seeing, the function of seeing. Ear consciousness, Sota Vinyana, has the function of hearing. Sawana Kicha. Sawana in Pali. Yeah. So different function. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, and also the other many different kind of consciousness also has their own function. They are not the same, different function. Yeah. So Dasana Gicha, Sawana Gicha, Sayana Gicha, Gayana Gicha, Sayana Gicha, and Pusana Gicha, yeah. And Padisani Gicha, Wanga Gicha, Chutti Gicha, yeah. I think 14 kind. And then Sampaditana Gicha, receiving function, and then Sandhyana Gicha, investigating function, and Otavana Gicha, decision function, isn't it? Yeah. So altogether 14 kinds. So if you don't know about these functions, you don't know the consciousness, isn't it? You know, consciousness. But if you have a level inside wisdom, you easily understand. Oh, that function, different. Easily understood. So that's why here, Kaya Nupasana. If you saw the despairing, so that kind of the wisdom is easily remove the kana. Kana sanyaya. Kana is a kicha kana here. Yeah, kicha kana. After hearing, after thinking, many kind of consciousness have a different function, you see. Yeah. Like this. So Santati kana, Samuha kana, Kicha kana, and also Aramana kana. Last one. The last one is Aramana kana, compactness of the Aramana is object, different kind of object, isn't it? For eye consciousness, the object is a visible object, rupa, isn't it? For ear consciousness, sota vinyana, the object is sound, sada. So consciousness, this is a kind of example for the vinyana khanda. Yeah. If you understand vinyana khanda like this in different objects, yeah, object is just only for vinyana khanda, not other khanda. But no other khanda, nama khanda. Yeah, I mean nama khanda. Nama khanda is a Vedana khanda also object, Vedana is also object, and Sanya also object, yeah, and Sankhara also has an object. Yeah. So 4 nama khanda has an object. Rupa khanda, material, aggregate or material, no object. So yeah, when we practice meditation, we practice the meditation with the meditation object all the time. Our mind at the time. Without meditation object, our practice not complete. Yeah, not achieved, isn't it? So practice meditation means we train our mind with the object. That object is meditation object, I mean, not the other object. Meditation object, isn't it? So for Vipassana inside meditation, the object is just only 5 aggregate. Not the other. 5 aggregate. Only 5 aggregate. It's khanda, isn't it? So anyway, if you have a, disappearing, understanding, and contemplating and disappearing, everything. Yeah, Kaya Nupassana Jnana, which you can easily abandon the Kana Sanyaya. Kana Sanya is Aramana Kana also. Aramana is a kind of Ghana, kind of the compactness. You can separate every single thing. These compactness means together, combination. So crash with the wisdom, inside wisdom. Yeah. And you see many different things inside. Okay, so here Kaya Nupassanaya Kana Sanyaya. The meaning. Yeah. If you see the every single thing just disappearing, see the process of disappearing. So that kind of inside wisdom, you can easily abandon the Kana Sanyaya, possession of the compactness. So possession of compactness there are 4 kind of possession of compactness. Number 1, santati compactness, the process compactness, and then samuha kana is a combination of the compactness, and then ichagana, the function compactness, and aramana kana, object compactness. So these kind of compactness, possession of compactness, easily abandoned by the Kaya Nupassana, contemplating of the disappearing. Yeah. So that's why here, this is kind of the Bahana Sila. Yeah. Bahana Sila. Okay. And we go to the next one, the Vaya Nupassanaya. So I already told you, Vaya and Kaya is Vaya is Kaya is saying. Saying. Vaya Nupassanaya. Yeah. So the English translation here, through the contemplating of the fall. Fall meaning is disappearing, isn't it? Yeah, rise and fall, rising and falling, rising and falling. Disappearing, appear, disappear. So Kaya Vaya here say. So here Vaya Nupassana Jnanaya. Yeah, through the contemplation of the fall or disappearing, Ayuhanasa. Ayuhana. Ayuhana is accumulation. Ayuhana is trying to do some action, kind of action. Yeah, Ayuhana. Endeavor, doing collecting something. Here, collecting something means karma, not the other. So in the Bodhisattva we call sankhara. Vijja paccaya sankhara, isn't it? Because of vijja, because of the delusion, we attach something and then we try to do it. We try to accumulate. That accumulation is karma. So ayuhanasa is the accumulation of the karma. Ayuhana. Yeah. So if you see disappearing, whatever you watch in the single moment, just only all disappearing. So easily remove the accumulated karma, isn't it? Because mind just only the understanding the disappearing. not trying to do the action, at the time. Because at one moment, mind can do only one thing. So understanding this feeling, not accumulating the karma, isn't it? Yeah. So that's why when we practice meditation, we are free from the accumulation of the karma at the time. Just understanding, we stay on the present moment and understanding the present moment. So at the time, we don't collect the power karma. The power karma make in the new, new thing, new in the future. So in the Vipassanā origin, the Buddha's three kind of rotation: Kilesa Vutta, Kama Vutta, and Vipaka Vutta. Vutta is a rotation, rotate. Because of the manda defilement, Kilesa Vutta, we try to accumulate the Kama Vutta, another rotation. Because of the karma vada, we accumulate power karma. So the power karma create new things in the future. So vipaka is a result we get. So these rotation, three rotation, kilesa vada, because of kilesa vada, karma vada, becoming, because of karma vada, vipaka resada. So resada, we try to accumulate karma as again. We kilesa and karma and then vipaka. So these three rotations again and again. That's our life in the round of rebirth, samsara. Yeah. So the Buddha is explained in the Vipassanā dependent origination. Yeah. So here, Ayuhanasa is a kamavata. We can free from kamavata. If you understanding, disappearing everything in single moment, nothing to correct. Yeah, nothing to correct. Yeah. So Ayuhanasa means Ayuhanasa abundant. Ayuhanasa is the accumulation, abundant accumulation. At that time, we are dropping the power karma. So that meaning is we reduce the future life, isn't it? Dropping the karma, dropping the accumulation of karma. So that meaning is we reduce the cycle of life, isn't it? Yeah, that meaning. Ayuhanasa. So Pali was many deep meaning. Here very short words, but deep meaning, isn't it? Okay. Ayuhanasa. Okay. Next one. The next one is a Vipassanā Nupassanaya. Vipassanā. You know Vipassanā? Vipassanā is changing. Yeah. Vipassanā is when we watch all kind of the aggregate, you see changing. Body on process of body, the process of mind, whatever, any kind of five aggregate, just we see changing all the time. Yeah. That's why. The problem is, if no change, that means it's a nature, permanent, it's okay. But actually, they are changing all the time. That's why they are nature impermanent, isn't it? That's what we call the suffering. Yeah. So Vipassanā is one kind of suffering. That's why dukkha we call Vipassanā dukkha, sankhara dukkha, dukkha we call in three kind of suffering. Yeah, but in not in English. In Pali, the Vipassanā dukkha is all the time changing. That's why we suffer. Yeah. Without changing, we don't know. We have nothing to do. We are okay because one time eating, no more to eat. It's good, but right now every day we have to eat because of the changing. We bring now. Yeah. So it's a good example to understand, but more deep understanding in by aggregate. Yeah. So if you saw all the time, all five aggregate are changing. If we see with the contemplating or change, Vipassanā Vipassanā, what we can abandon. Dua sanya. Or another kind of sanya here. Sanya is a possession, isn't it? Dua. What is a dua? Also, dua and nature is same. Nature and dua, same. Dua, nature, permanent. We can easily remove the permanent thinking. Yeah. Because if we see changing, yeah, we cannot think about the permanent because all the time changing. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah. So to understand the suffering, we need to understand the changing. Yeah. Without understanding everything's changing, without understanding the one, we cannot understand the nature of the impermanent, and we cannot understand the nature of the suffering. That's very, very important. That's why when we practice meditation, we focus on every single moment or five aggregate in every single moment, trying to see, trying to watch, to see the changing. So that's why we need power or concentration. Without power concentration, without power mindfulness, it's not possible to see the change because they are very quick. The changing procedure is very fast. Very fast. That's why without enough concentration power, we cannot see it. Without enough power mindfulness, we cannot see it. Okay, so that's why here we bring Nama Vipassanā through the contemplating or change, Dua Sanyaya in the case of the possession or lastingness. Dua Sanya, Dua is English translation here, lastingness or permanent. Okay, permanence. Same. Lastingness is equal meaning of the permanence. Dua, nature, permanence. Yeah, so possession of permanence easily abandoned by the Vipassanā Vipassanā, contemplating of the change, the wisdom, that kind of wisdom. Yeah, that's why here we call Bahana Sila or Viramani Sila or Chetana Sila or Samvara Sila or Vitikama Sila. These five kinds of Sila. We explain it indirectly, not directly, indirectly. Okay. Okay, I think we stop here. Just only few things because of many talking about these things. Important, very important when you practice meditation to understand these things. Okay. So thank you very much for your watching. So we see you in next week. We will start the lecture. We which our Buddha teachings stay longer and longer in the universe. So we which stay in Buddha teaching in longer and longer in the universe. Buddha Sasanam Chiyan Data 2 in 3 times, please. Buddha Sasanam Chiyan Data 2. Buddha Sasanam Chiyan Data 2. Buddha Sasanam Chiyan Data 2. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much for your watching. The more you practice part of purification, the training or the IQ, the training or the concentration, and the training or the wisdom. So the more you practice the 3 training, you can easily attain the Nibbana as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Thank you. See you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.